So I was sitting here thinking, and I thought I should do stories about riding freight trains and shit. So, I don't know, nothing will be in order because nothing ever is in order. I'll probably just do it like whatever comes to mind. I'll make a video about it. But I thought about one time. Okay, so it was New Orleans after Katrina, and when you went, like when you got away from like Bourbon Street and shit, where all the stuff's going on, you got into the actual neighborhoods. You know, you could see the water line like 16 fucking feet up, all the way down the whole neighborhood. Like the whole neighborhood had a fucking water line, like how you see mountains have those lines when the water goes down. And that's like, doesn't matter. So I was with this one kid, and we were on like a 3-day bender. I think we drank for 3 days straight. And you can drink all you want in New Orleans. You can get drunk as fuck. The thing is what you can't do is you can't lean, you can't fall asleep, that kind of stuff. So get fucking plastered, having a great time. It was like 3 days, and then all of a sudden, sorry, somebody walked by and I got distracted. My brain stops. That fucking happens. Oh yeah, so drinking for like 3 days straight, and finally end up passed out in this alley, both of us, and we wake up, get kicked in the back by the cops. And they're like, I'm laying on the floor, sleeping, and like they grab me by both my arms on my back and yank me upwards with my hands behind my back, like yank my whole body up off the ground out of sleep by both my hands. And fucking start fucking yelling at me. I'm like, what the fuck? So, get your ball. That's pretty fucking normal when you live outside. The fucking cops are shit. But, so they ended up taking us to jail, and so it was after Katrina, so there's still like lots of disease and things like that. And the kid I was with, he started getting like black bubbles all up and down his arms, and I can't remember if he had them on his feet or not. But he had them all up and down his arms, and I cut my foot because my dumb ass is running around fucking barefoot in New Orleans after Katrina, drunk like a fucking idiot. I got cellulitis from that, but that's totally a different story. So they snatch us out, they take us to jail, we're up against the wall, they're fucking frisking us and all this shit. He's got these black bubbles all over him. And he's like, hey man, I'm sick, I got the Katrina sickness. And the cops are like, ooh, get him out of here. And so they just take him to the hospital and drop him off at the front door, and they're like, get out of here. And I go to jail. So, that's OPP. And I heard a lot of shitty stories about OPP. I heard that when shit went down and they started flooding, because it flooded to the top of the roof, the whole fucking place flooded. And when that happened, a lot of the guards fucking left people in there, and they fucking died in there. And you never hear that shit on the news, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, so I was in jail there for a few days. Usually, like, when I would go to jail, I would scream, oh, I have scabies, I have scabies. And sometimes if you're in a certain town that scares the cops, you know what I mean? They'll just be like, ew, gross, get out of here. But they didn't give a fuck. They cared about them black bubbles, but they didn't care about scabies. They just locked me in a room. And in the room, you could see the water line all the way across the, like the top of the ceiling. And the smell was so bad. And the sink and the toilet had like this yellow moss growing out of it. It's fucking weird. But anyways, so a couple days, maybe close to a week, they let me out. I go find my friend downtown, and I'm about to get a warrant. So I'm like, yo, grab your shit, let's get the fuck out of here. So we go to the train yard, and you take the bus. You actually take the bus from downtown, from like the fun area in New Orleans, back past OPP, through the hood, to the train yard by the cemetery. And so we're sitting there and we're waiting for trains. And I can't remember. I'm pretty sure we were there for like 3 days. And my friend told me all kinds of shit. He told me he had a dream that, like, because there's a dead track. There was like 5 live tracks, and then there was like it curved. It was like 5 live tracks, and then 2 tracks curved this way, and they were dead. They were dead tracks. There's little trees and shit growing on. They're dead tracks. And we stayed around there for a few days, and he told me in the middle of the night, he like something woke him up, and he seen like a guy with like a lantern. But I guess it was a ghost. It wasn't a person or anything like that. But he had told me that. But anyways, so we were there for a few days, and I wanted to go get some beer. So I got up and I went through the cemetery. The beer store was like, you cut through the cemetery, you cross the street, and then you go that way, like across the street. And so I'm paying attention, and I get ready to cross the street, and this dude comes around the corner and fucking, blah, dude, he fucking hits me. I hit the ground, boom, and I fucking look up. I'm like, shit, I just got hit by a car. And I look up, and I look behind him, and there's a cop behind him. And I just jump up, and I'm like, everything's cool, fine, good, fine, no problems here, just go. Both of you guys move along your way later, because I didn't want to talk to no cops, because I was about to get a warrant. And dude's like, oh my God, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, just leave, because I didn't want the cops to start asking questions. Like, they don't give a fuck there, like, about you if you get hit by a car. They're not gonna give a shit unless you ask for help, you know what I mean? They'll be like, you good? All right, later. It's fucking New Orleans. I'm like, no, I'm fine, bye, leave. And I walked across the street, and I bought some beer, and I walked back to my friend who was at the railroad tracks, waiting for me. And I was like, I put the beers down, and I was like, hey man, I just got hit by a fucking car. And then I cracked a beer, pounded a beer, and went to sleep. And I remember later in the night, he woke me up. He's like, hey man, the fucking train is here. And I went to get up, and I literally could not move. Like, I was locked or something. I was so much pain, because I just got fucking whacked. Like, my whole body whacked. I'm only 5 feet tall. So if a big ass truck fucking whacks me, it whacks me like here. And, hits my entire body. So I got fucking whacked, and I couldn't move. And he fucking picked me up and my backpack, and I always had a heavy backpack, and threw my ass on the freight train, and we got along down the fucking road. And the mosquitoes in Louisiana are thick, especially when you get deep into the swamp. And that's the last thing I remember from this story, was he threw me on the freight train after I got hit by a car. The freight train started moving. We traveled for about an hour, and then we stopped in the middle of the swamp. Like there was a track suspended above water, like 20, 30 feet above swamp. Sat there for 2 fucking hours. The second the train stopped, you could hear the rumbling. It was like, you see the black cloud coming at you. Like millions and millions of big fucking hungry ass mosquitoes just coming for your ass. I swear, if you didn't have a blanket or something, they would bleed you dry by the time the train left. So get in our fucking sleeping bags. It's like 110 degrees. And fucking get in our sleeping bags. Fucking, that's all you can do, because the mosquitoes will fucking poke through jackets and shit. And so I'm just in sleep bags like this on a grainer on the platform. The grainers are the ones that have the V when you see the train going by, they got a V like this and a platform, a hole in the middle of the V. That's a grainer. And so yeah, so we're just sitting there and like got my fucking sleeping bag all the way around my head, 120 degrees, and it's fucking just like, oh my god, I just got hit by a car. Finally, it seemed like an eternity later. It's probably like an hour. The train fucking moved and we went on our way. And that is one of my freight train stories. Like, share, subscribe to my new tattoos they healed. Pretty sweet, huh? Yeah, pretty cool. Alright. Did I say like, share, subscribe, and all that shit?